Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. Everywhere you look, there's a heart. I hear the hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a look of somebody who needs you. When you're lost out there, you're all alone. Life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Coming up on this week's episode of Riptide,
Hunter catches up with what we missed at the Asian Culture Festival.
Ms. Gilman and Ms. Underwood enjoyed a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
And Priscilla follows up with Mr. Miller to announce the mock primary winner.
Hey South Dade, I'm Joely Zaporta.
I'm Rogelio Rodriguez, and you're watching the 77th episode of Riptide. Hey, do you like my bonsai?
Where did you even get that?
At the Asian Culture Festival.
No, like right now, where did that come from?
Anyways, here's Sunset with the recap.
The local Asian Culture Festival is an important event that occurs only once a year, bringing an intense amount of diversity to Homestead's melting pot of a cultural landscape.
I come to the Asian Festival because it's kind of like a tradition with me and my son. We come and have fun, and it's a lot of stuff for kids that he can do here. And also, it's wonderful to see different cultures, and they have wonderful food.
It's an event that gives locals the ability to bask in some of the unique wonders of the world, purchase unique artifacts, and get a taste of Asian delicacies.
Performing as teacher, this is like an Asian festival, and I do for performance from my country, represent my country. Then that's, I think, to be a volume of represent your country. Yeah. Thai performance, classical dance, usually like they're unique. Back then, they just perform for the king, and afterwards they have like a folk dance and outside of the palace.
Asian Culture Festival は
one of the big Asian festival in South Florida area, so it is important for us to represent our country in this festival, and promote our culture.
でそれで毎年ブースを出してます。
The festival proves to be a massive success in spreading Asian culture. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Hunter Padilla.
Jorelis, what are you doing?
I heard Ms. Gilman and Ms. Underwood went skydiving.
Yeah, but that was last week, and we made a whole story on it.
Oh.
South Dade's Mrs. Gilman and Mrs. Underwood recently took a leap of adrenaline as the two best friends went skydiving together. With the help of the Golden Knights tandem team, they were able to see the world at a different level.
Skydiving is something I've always wanted to do. It's been something on my bucket list, as they say, for many years, mainly because my dad was a paratrooper with the 82nd Airborne, and he jumped in D-Day 9 million years ago in World War II. So it was something I wanted to do to honor him, and also just for the adrenaline rush, because I've always been one for an adrenaline rush.
It's really indescribable, because you don't feel like you're falling. You just feel like you're floating, honestly. And it's just like, oh, it's really breezy, and you're just floating, and you're looking at the beautiful surroundings. It was indescribable. It was totally awesome. Definitely do it again. One thing I have to say is when I jumped out of the airplane, because our youngest son went with us to watch us, and he wants to be an Army Ranger. And as soon as I jumped out of the plane, or was thrown out of the plane, the first thing I thought of is, oh, I can so see Dalton doing this for a living. It was just incredible. It was beautiful. It was just amazing to look at everything that was going on. We live in such a beautiful world, and it was a different way to look at it.
Having their best friend on their side definitely enhanced the quality of the experience.
Having Miss Underwood with me was awesome because it's one of my dearest friends. Being able to share in something that's so exciting and fun, and not when she was standing at the door and ready to go, not that she was scared or anything like that. I could tell how much she was enjoying it and how happy she was, and to be able to share that with one of your best friends is a really, really wonderful experience.
It made it much more comfortable. I was like, okay, well, she didn't die, and so she's gonna do it again, so then I'm not gonna die either. And she was so excited. Her enthusiasm really carried over. Like I said, I know I was super, super nervous. Now that I've done it, I know that I would be probably much more enthusiastic about it and giddy about it, just like she is.
It felt awesome. It's the best feeling ever. I never had a moment's fear going up in the plane, getting ready to jump. I am sure having jumped with the Golden Knights, who are, the best at their job, it, had a lot to do with that. But it just felt wonderful.
It isn't common that we see many people pursuing adrenaline-inducing activities, let alone people who work in the office at our school. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Brianna Guzman.
Priscilla followed up with Mr. Miller to announce the mock election winner.
Earlier this week, expectations were high for Mr. Miller as the mock primaries made its way to every social studies and 10th grade English classroom at South Dade Senior High.
We got a box back from each teacher with ballots in it, so it seems like each of the social studies teachers plus the 10th grade English teachers, were allowing kids to vote within the classroom, which is great. That means we got over 20 boxes back, some of them with up to 200 votes in it. So our goal is to reach as close to, close to all students as we can. I think there's around 3,000 students at South Dade now. So yeah, hopefully we have somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 votes to tally up here.
Getting the votes counted was a primary goal of Mr. Miller and his Social Studies Honor Society as they counted up the tallies to see who would be our primary election winner.
We had 1,757 valid ballots that we could count that were cast in this mock election. The winner for the Democrats is Bernie Sanders, and the winner for the Republicans was Donald Trump. I'm really looking forward to doing this in the future, maybe building upon it and adding more to this, maybe more information for the students. They can make an informed decision, get that information out to them sooner, and also get more feedback from the students.
Now that they see that they can predict who wins or something like that, I think it was a little bit of an incentive for them to vote, and I hope that more people do turn out at the actual primaries.
Something and change it. The Social Studies National Honor Society would like to express their thanks to everyone who participated in the mock election and hope that for the future you'll think about voting in the real primaries. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Priscilla Perales.
What's up, Bucks? I'm Natalie Granadillo, and you're watching your South Day Sports Update. On This Week, your wrestlers won states this weekend. I got some feedback on their success.
Feels good to win 11 title because we work our hard and stuff, practice long. The intensity was good,
Just being at school's 11th state title, feels great to be a part of the team this year, to be a part of 3 of them. Sophomore, junior, and senior year, 3 back-to-back, especially feels great to be a part of the legacy.
This is my first state title since last year. Coming in second, I felt that I had to come back this year and put in the work that was necessary to be able to win my first state title. And put my name on the wall in blue, and I feel like I accomplished that.
I'm on top of the world. I'm on cloud 9. At the beginning of the season, everybody thought that this was a down year for us and that we were vulnerable, and that's what makes it that much more special. When people think that you're down and that they're going to knock you off the hill, and to come back and win the districts, the regionals, the state championship, have a 3-peat state championship, the 3rd 3-peat that we've had since I've been here. These kids really stepped up, and they'll run through a wall for me. If I tell them that it'll help them win a state championship to jump off the roof, then I feel like they'll do that. They really buy into what I'm saying, and they work 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And it's not just during the season. It's a full year-round sport, and it pays off. Every year, we seem to win a state championship. So the recipe and the success seems to be here. But like I said, I love them, and I love what they do for me, and I'm I don't know. I'm stuck. I haven't lost of words, man, when you talk about my kids, because I'm really in love with them.
In other sports, your girls varsity softball went up against Killian, defeating them 16-2. They followed up on Tuesday night, playing against Homestead High, defeating them 17-0 with Thea Ramirez with a home run. In other sports, your boys varsity baseball team went up against Cougars 14-0 with Willie Escala and Alec Manoa with home runs each. They followed up on Tuesday against Homestead High, with Gio Borges leading the Bucks to victory 11-0. Well, that's all for Sports Bucks. I'm Natalie Granadillo. See you in the next episode of Riptide.
Hey, so you know how the school lunch lines outside are really crazy?
Yeah, what?
A senior decided to put together a lunch petition to get the outdoor school lunch lines fixed.
In a cafeteria filled with more than 1,000 voices, sometimes it's hard to find your own. One of the most hectic areas during lunch is the outdoor lunch lines. With no security guards or organization, students struggle to get their lunches. One student decided to take a stand and fix the issue.
When I started asking people to sign it, some found it humorous at first, but then they started taking me a lot more seriously when they saw that I was getting a lot of people to sign it, because at first I only wanted around like 350, and we were like getting those numbers pretty quickly, so people took it seriously.
The lunchline petition was a great idea by some of these guys. I feel like it's really going to help out. I think that we should just put security guards out there just to make sure that everyone's not skipping and like not fighting out there. That would be a lot better.
I agree with the petition. I mean, everyone should get the equal opportunities to get lunch. Lunch is a very important meal of the day. You can't function without eating.
I've already spoken to Mr. Perez. I talked to him once I finished the petition, and once I followed up with him today actually, and he said that he's already ordered barricades to put outside and an administrator for each side of the lunch lines. So it'll be a lot more organized.
The petition proved to be a great way for Daniel and many other students to find their voice amongst the crowd. Be sure to be on the lookout for the new barricades outside. Reporting for Riptide, I'm Kayla Gaeta.
That's it for this week's episode of Riptide.
If you want to watch any previous episodes of Riptide, check out bucktv.org.
While you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SDBuckTV.
That's it for today, Bucks. I'm Jorelis.
I'm Rogelio, and have a great weekend.